Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Smiling Tears Caregiver Support Group. My name is Tiara Stevens. I am the CEO of Smiling Tears. And the reason that we have created this space, this safe space for caregivers to come to, is for us to have a safe space to come to let our hair down and express exactly our exact emotions, the things that we may be dealing with mentally and emotionally. So I'm just so grateful that God has given me this ministry to pour into my caregivers and just share all the knowledge that I have to give to you, so you can use and for you to use and you to have tools and resources that you can use and apply to your daily life as a caregiver. So one of the topics that came to my attention was being motivated as a caregiver. So today I want to tap into on how I stay motivated as a caregiver. Let's get into it. Another thing that motivates me as a caregiver is just being a caregiver. Being a caregiver motivates me, knowing that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a wife. I have not given up. Even though sometimes it can be challenging where I feel like I do want to give up and I do want to throw in a towel. And sometimes I may think like, why me? Why have I been dealt these cards? But at the end of the day, when I do just sit and just think about it, I do appreciate this life that God has given me, and I'm so thankful for it. One of the reasons I'm thankful for it is because my husband has told me plenty of times that I am his example, and he looks up to me and he watches me. And no, I'm not a preacher, but he always say, "You're my preacher." And I always tell him, no, I'm not a preacher, but I get what he's saying when he say it. It's just because I am living by an example. Like, I'm trying to live the right way, the best way I possibly can. And so by me doing that, it gives him encouragement, and it just helps him want to be a better person as well, because he's told me that plenty of times, and I believe it because I know that I am doing the best that I can with the cards that God has dealt me. It could have been easy for me to go in a whole nother direction, but I chose to go in the right direction and do exactly what God has called me to do. So that is another thing that encouraged me and motivates me to continue doing the things that I'm doing. Just going to church, having a relationship with God, working out, journaling, just pouring into myself mentally, physically, emotionally, just pouring into myself so I can first be an encouragement and a great example to my loved ones in my home, and then in the outside world as well. So that's another thing that motivates me as a caregiver. Another way I stay motivated is just the quality time that me and my family spend together. Before my husband's injury, we spent time together, but it wasn't as much time as we do now. So I definitely cherish the moments that we spend together because, like I've said before, our time is limited here. So quality time to me is everything. I appreciate every moment of it. I love it. I love spending time with my husband. I love watching movies. I love going out to movies. I love going out to eat. I love our dinner us eating dinner together. I just love quality time. So that's one of the things that I love about this caregiving thing, because before I became a caregiver to my husband, we spent time together, but not nearly as much time as we spend together now. So that is one thing that keeps me motivated, is just the time that we get to spend together. So our day-to-day life right now is it looks different from how it looked before my husband injury, because before my husband injury, we both was working third shift. So I would pick our daughter up in the morning and we would go home. I would get her on the bus, and then me and JL would go back home. We would be at home eating breakfast in bed, and then we'll go to sleep right after that until it's time for us to get up and get Jilliana off the bus stop off the bus. He will go get her from the bus, and as he's getting her from the bus, I will be at home cooking. We'll have our dinner together. Then he will take her to my grandmother's house and then come back home. We'll go to sleep and then wake up so we could go to work, because we both was working third shift. And now what our life looked like since his injury and since I became his caregiver is now I go to work and he's at home. He's at home. He's with his aide during the day while I go work. And while I'm at work, of course, Jilliana is at school. And then when I get off of work, if I don't have any errands to run, I will pick Jilliana up from the bus. We'll come home. I'll do me a workout. JL, his aide, will been and got him up and ready. So he'll probably be in his man cave and I'll be working out. Jilliana will be doing her homework or maybe watching TV if she don't have homework. And I'll be doing my workout. Then I'll cook. We'll eat dinner together. And then maybe I'll, just get ready for the next day. So that's what our days look like now since my husband's injury. Before then, I was on third shift. Me and JL was both on third shift. And so it was a little different. And then I had more help. So I had more help with him getting Jilliana for me. He would, go pick her up in the morning when he got off work. And then I would make sure at night, no, he would take her at night to my grandmother's house, and then I'll pick her up in the morning. So we always kind of split things 50-50 when it came to taking care of her. So now that he's been injured and he can't do any of that, a lot has fallen on me. So I have to do a lot on my own. So it's a little bit more on my plate, a lot more on my plate now that I have to do everything on my own. But he do try to do the things that he can do, like make phone calls and things like that. If it's something that need to be taken care of in our home, he'll make phone calls and do that for me. So it is things that he do help me do, but a lot has been put on me since his injury because it's things that he can't, physically do, far as like if it have anything to do with him driving or going to run errands or something like that. But if it's something that he can take care over the phone, he do that. So that helps me out as well. So that's a little bit of how our day-to-day life look like and during the week. But I'm off on weekends for the most part. I'm off on weekends. So we try to, spend time together during the weekend, and that could be going to the movies or just sitting at home watching a movie or something. But Jilliana is at the age now, she's older, she's 14 now. So now she's just finding a lot of things to do with her friends. And I even love doing that. I love being a mom, just being able to just do things for our daughter. Sometimes it drives me crazy because I sometimes don't feel like doing it, but at the same time, I know that she has a life outside of us and it's things that she want to do outside of the home. So I make sure that she's still able to enjoy her life as well. So I love being able to do that for her. So that is what our life look like day to day. And that's another thing that keeps me motivated as a caregiver and as a mother, just making sure that my family comfortable and they're good and they're, just living a happy life. I try to create just a happy space in my home. That's the first thing that I try to do, is just create a happy, comfortable space in my home for me and my loved ones. So many of you may see me posting on my social media platforms, my workouts, encouragement. I may sometimes talk and encourage you. I may sometimes post things that give you daily encouragement. But for the most part, a lot of my posts and a lot of the things that I do on my social media platforms are encouraging. And that is one of the things that keeps me motivated as a caregiver. just because even though I'm a caregiver, I still make time to post my daily workouts and post maybe something that God has put on my heart to give to you and share with you. So that I love just encouraging people. I love making a difference in people's lives, whether that's me taking care of my husband or me posting encouraging things for my followers to have something to look at and maybe encourage them and inspire them to do something similar to it, or just inspire them to encourage people in general. So that's one of the things that keeps me motivated when I know that I am making a difference in other people's lives to help them just live a more healthier and positive life, because the world is just filled with so many negative things. And we just need some kind of encouragement, something uplifting to look at and to follow sometimes. So knowing that I'm doing that and knowing that I'm impacting other people while doing that, that is what motivates me and keep me motivated as a caregiver. So self-care and why it's important. Self-care is just one of my favorite things, just because this is one of the first things that I've learned in the importance of it since being a caregiver, is to properly take care of myself and know that me as a caregiver, you as a caregiver, taking care of ourselves is the most important thing that we can do. That is the best gift we can ever give our loved ones, is to give them a healthy us. And in order to give them a healthy us, we have to first take care of ourselves, because if we don't take care of ourselves, then we cannot properly take care of them. So like I said, I exercise, I make sure I drink plenty of water. I am real big on my rest and getting enough sleep. I know for me, I have to get like 7 to 8 hours of sleep in order for me to be just 100% just focused and aware and alert. I have to get like 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But for most people or other people, it may be maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I don't know. It just depends on whatever it is that your body need. Whatever it is that your body need, just make sure that you are getting the rest that you need. What I say, drinking plenty of water, exercising, rest, and just eating healthy on most days. I do that as well. At first, I wasn't a big fan of it. I really just didn't put no effort into the way I was eating. I ate whatever I want, how much I wanted, and I didn't put no effort into how I ate. But now that I am on a more healthier, let me see, I don't like using diet, but I eat healthier on most days. And now that I'm doing that, I feel so much better. And I notice a big difference in myself and how I perform as a caregiver, as a mom, as a wife, and everything. So just make sure that you are taking care of you. Self-care is so important, and know that it's not selfish. Know that it's not selfish. It's you taking care of you so you can properly take care of your loved one. So that is just like one of the number one things that I've learned, and that's what keep me motivated as a caregiver, is just knowing the importance of how important it is to take care of yourself. Being a good listener. Sometimes I can say for the most part I am a good listener, but sometimes when I get off of work, I'll be a little tired, but I know that's something me and my husband do, is we talk about our day and how our day went. So I'm all for just listening to him and listening to how his day went with the nurses and with the aides or whatever, or how he may be feeling. So yeah, that's another thing that keeps me motivated, is just being a good listener and having a listening ear for my loved one, and as well as for you, just being a good listener, listening to how they're feeling, how their day went, and things like that. That's what keeps me, another thing that keeps me motivated as a caregiver, is just having someone to come home to where I can just listen to their stories and listen to how the day went. And I love just, if it's something that requires my encouragement, I love giving encouragement anyway, but just to give my husband some encouragement when he needed, I love doing that. And that is another thing that just motivates me as a caregiver, is just listening to his needs and the things that he may be going through, or things that may challenge him. And I'm able to just spread my love, my knowledge to him, and my encouragement to him, and just give him a listening ear. Or sometimes it just may require me to just sit there and listen, and just listen to what he has to say. So I love doing that, and that just keeps me motivated as a caregiver, is just giving my husband a listening ear. So in this caregiving world and journey, and if you are a caregiver, you know that you have to have a lot of patience. And this is a challenge for me because my patience is not the best. It's not. That's why I only got one kid, because my patience is just not good. It's not. So this is something God is really working with me on, is to be more patient, because sometimes I get easily frustrated. And I noticed that even in our daughter, she gets a little frustrated easy. And so I have to tell her, babe, we got to work on this. We have to really work on this, because that is definitely in our bloodline, is our patience, like just getting easily frustrated. So, but I love it. It's a challenge for me, and I love a challenge. And so in the caregiving world, you really do have to have a lot of patience, because it requires a lot, and it's a lot of demand. So you have to be patient. Some things that can happen that'll make you lose your patience is if you already have something planned, and then something happens and you have to drop what you're doing and attend to that. That's happened to me plenty of times, where I had plans to do something, plans to get my nails done, had a hair appointment or something like that, and then it was something that I had to do for my husband, where I had to either cancel it or reschedule, or go at a later time. And so it requires a lot of patience. So if you are someone that has patience, I applaud you, and I pray that I eventually get on that level. But right now, I can be honest and I can be transparent. This is something that God is really working with me on, is to be more patient in this journey when things don't go how I plan. So if this is something that you're struggling with, I'm with you, and I understand where you at, but we do have to pray that God help us with patience. He, is in us. He is installed in us, but we just have to ask for God to help us use it and apply it. So patience is another thing that just challenges me and keeps me motivated as a caregiver. So for a long time, I had struggled with what my passion was. I didn't know my purpose. I didn't know any of that before I became a caregiver. So now I know exactly what God wants me to do. It's clear as a crystal on what it is that he wants me to do. And I know that he has given me this platform for my caregivers. He have given me this ministry to be a caregiver advocate. And now I know my passion, what my purpose is here on this earth. And that is what motivates me. Another, out of all the things that I named, another thing, and one of the main things that motivates me as a caregiver is just being a caregiver advocate, just turning my hurt into helping others and turning my pain into a purpose. So that's what motivates me, is just being a caregiver advocate, helping caregivers navigate through life. I just love it. I love it. And that's how I know it's my passion, is because I love it. I love what I do. I love what I'm doing. And it took me a long time to figure that out, on what it is that God wanted me to do. And so now I know what it is, and I love it. And this is what motivates me to keep going. So yeah, I love it. I love being a leader of something that I love. And at first I just didn't know what it was. So now that I've been through some things, now God has given me the vision to create a platform for other caregivers to come, and we share our thoughts. We share the things that we're going through and just the emotions that we're having as a caregiver. And we are able to have a safe place to come to do that. And I love it. And I'm just so happy that God has given me this for us to have. So those are the things that motivates me and keeps me motivated as a caregiver. So I hope that this has helped you. I hope this has given you some encouragement, and I hope that this motivates you to share it with other caregivers, and rather that you showing them this video or you just, if you're a caregiver, sharing some of the things that you may be going through and what challenges you and motivates you as a caregiver. So I love y'all, and that is the end of our episode of Smiling Tears. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We are on Instagram as well under Smiling Tears support group. We have a website, smilingtearsfortwayne.com, if you want to tap in and just leave a comment, and also email us as well under smilingtearsfortwayne@gmail.com. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, you could email us as well. So I love y'all, and until next time, we'll see you on the Smiling Tears podcast, YouTube. And I also want to leave you with some encouragement. I try to leave encouragement after every video of mine, and my encouragement for you is to think about what motivates you as a caregiver. And once you think about what you are motivated by as being a caregiver, I want you to share that with other caregivers. I challenge you on that. I love y'all, and y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Love you.